What's up, guys? It's your boy, FusionFireball. We're back at it again. Book of Shadows, you already know what it is. Already with a new team, playing a new deck this format. Not really a new deck, it's an old deck that I have updated this last format. Playing 2 Dracos today. It's a very standard build, so if you guys like it, go ahead and comment, like, and all that good stuff. Let's get started, no wasting time. Playing 3 Ignis. Ignis is probably the best 3 of in the deck, no question, for sure. 1 Dynamite, because Dynamite's at 1, that's all you could play, unfortunately. Playing 2 Maiden. I think Maiden's still really good. I don't think she's the best, though, because she's only at 2300 attack, and I think that, you know, just it falls short of, like, going against other decks, because 2300 really isn't that big. So I'm keeping her at 2. I see some builds play 3, but I think 2 is the best way, or ratio for my deck. Let's keep it going. Just a little bit. Playing 2 Expector Border. Expector Border is amazing. You know, you open this card in back row, your opponent's auto scoop. Against Dangers, they're amazing. Against Salad, great again. They have a big problem. They have a big problem clearing this sometimes because it is 2000 attack. So I do side this out a lot, though. Games 2 and 3, because your opponent will just side in Pankratops, and Pankratops kind of just runs this over. It really doesn't matter. But that's it for the monsters in the main deck. We are also running 3 Draconic Diagrams, also really good, guys. You know, terraforming to 1, but what can you do? Like I said, terraforming on 1. But, you know, Diagram's still great. Was thinking of playing Metaverse in the deck, but don't really like the Metaverse build, in my opinion. Playing 3 True Draco Heritage, obviously, because the draw power. And then same thing with the Gusto one, the Disciples. The Draco Phoenix, still really good. For the rest of the cards, playing 2 Potted Duality. Duality is still amazing. Can't say enough about it in this deck. Playing 1 Potted Desires. 1 Potted Desires. Thought about playing multiple, but honestly in this deck you don't want to banish too many things. I really didn't want to resolve it once, and at 2 I felt like I drew into the second one too many times. I know it seems kind of like bad luck, but it could happen, trust me, and you don't want to lose games because of Potted Desires. Obviously, 3-carded Demise. 3-carded Demise is probably the heart and soul of the deck. You top deck this late game, your opponent gets really salty. I mean, why wouldn't you? But what can you say? It's carded Demise. It's 3 free cards. For the traps, running pretty big trap engine, guys. 1 True Draco return. True King's Return, you know, special summon anything in the graveyard, block, tribute it, and then you can summon a monster too. Still amazing. I would play it at 3, but it's only at 1, unfortunately. 3 Apocalypse, because Apocalypse is really the only trap you have to clear monsters now with the graveyard effect. I am playing the Monarch's Erupt. I'm not playing the extra deck Super Poly engine, because I think the Monarch's Erupt is a lot better. The fact that you can activate your effects and your opponent can't is like skill drain, but even better. The only downside is if you don't control a tribute summon monster during your turn's end phase, you do have to send the card to the graveyard. For some floodgates, playing 2, there can only be 1. Thought about playing 3, but honestly, there's so many decks that can get past this now that, you know, I've seen there's a few people here that play Orcust, and they play it with Sky Striker and stuff like that. They can clear this really easily, in my opinion. I'm also playing. That's why I'm also playing 2 Rivalry of the Warlords, because you know, Danger's still kind of make an appearance here. Rivalry's still good. It's only really bad against the Salad matchup, and there's a few other decks. We have a Dark Magician player here. We have there's one more that I'm totally forgetting. Heroes. Heroes are really popular now, but that's really the only bad matchups that it has. Other than that, you know, still great. Lock them down. Sided out a lot too, but it really depends on the matchup. 2 Crackdown, because Crackdown just take your monster, tribute it away, stuff like that. 1 Skill Drain, because Skill Drain's out 1. Skill Drain's still amazing. 1 Waterfall of the Dragon Souls. Dragon Souls, you know, still really good. gets to either send a card that you, or sorry, a tribute monster that you have attributed +1. So you usually draw 2 cards, and or 1 to 2 cards, I should say. And then second effect, obviously, or the first effect, is to add any worm from your deck to your hand. So I'm playing 1, thought about playing 2, but you don't want to play too many monsters because Demise kind of interferes with that. Pardon the rarity, guys. I got 2 commons and 1 secret. Solemn Judgment. Solemn Judgment you have to play 3 of, in my opinion. You know, it stops evenly, it stops the sides. Pretty much stops at anything. The only thing it doesn't stop is monster effects. But there is times I do wish that this was Solemn Strike. But what can you do? It's Solemn Judgment. It's you know, it wins the games. And then 2 Solemn Strike is what I'm playing. This is the main deck. I feel like the Tramp Plenum's fine. Thought about playing a 3rd Strike, but I think that's too many life points already. The great thing about Solemn Judgment is you can never actually legitly kill yourself because you just keep halving and halving and halving. You just have to make sure it's the right play. But that's it for the traps, guys. Like I said, playing Monarch's Erupt. I don't have an extra deck for this deck. But I do have a side deck that I prepared for you guys. Now, do know that side deck is totally up to you guys. This is just what's based on my locals and the matchups that I have here. Some other good cards that I know that are great against Salad, or like decks like Orcus and stuff. You know, Lancia, DD Crow, stuff like that. Always nice to pick up. Some people like playing Pankratops, just in case they are going second. That's fine too. I'm not playing it in my build. I'll show you what I'm playing. But like I said, feel free to put whatever you think is right in your side. So I'll put the field center right there. So there's a Scarlet Field Center. 2 Sphere Mode. Because Sphere Mode, you know, clears boards. It's a normal summon, so you can pot a Duality and dig it out. It's awesome. Was playing 3, but I decided to play 2 Lancia because then again, hand traps are amazing in this format, but in true Dracos, it's bad if you're playing Card of Demise because you do have to eventually discard this or set this as a bluff, and you really don't want to do that in this stack at least. 1 Raigeki. Some people might be questioning why you're playing Raigeki. It does come up sometimes. I've noticed recently that this deck struggles against heroes, but you know, maybe decide something for that. Heroes, you know, great boost. They got a great boost, guys. But Raigeki's okay. It's not something I would play if I went to you know, YCS or a regional or anything. But it's great at locals. 2 Strike of the Monarchs, basically because you can get almost anything and then draw a card. But you have to have a tribute monster. I think it's a tribute monster or level 5 or higher normal summon monster. 3 evenly matched obviously because it's amazing. Battle phase, activate evenly matched, clear their board. Comes up a lot. There's times I wish I didn't play this, but you kind of almost have to with the boards that like Orcus and Salad make. You know, evenly matched, non-targetable, banishing face down. It's incredible. 3 anti-spell because we do tend to get some. Occasionally we get some people playing pendulums and stuff like that. It's also great against the striker matchup. You want to slow them down as much as possible. So 3 anti-spell is what I'm playing right now. For Goodwill, I thought about playing. Sometimes thought about playing Dimensional Barrier, but I just can't find a legitimate reason because everything's just link summons, and even against I guess it's good if you you know, Dimensional Barrier XYZ against an Orcus, but against Salad it's terrible. Against Striker it's terrible. So again, there's not a legitimate reason to run a Dimensional Barrier except if you're like locals full of pendulums, but we only have like 1 or 2 pendulum guys here. There's that. And 2 summon limit, obviously, for all the other decks that combo off. Basically, Salad and Orcus and stuff. Those are really the decks that you're worried about. You're not really worried about any other decks except those 2, in my opinion. Thunder Dragon occasionally. We don't see too many Thunder Dragon players here, thankfully. Heroes, we're starting to see more and more of. But I think for my locals, at least, this is the right side. So, guys, tell me what you think. You know, leave it down in the comment section what you guys think about the video, what do you think about the deck, what you don't like about it, all that good stuff. And as always, stay sexy. It's your boy FusionFireball, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to Book of Shadows. Represent.